This conference will now be recorded.
Let me go to this application. So we have created a new company. And we did it so many setups. Okay, so that is what is that company name? MS. Huh? What is the company name we have created? MSU.
Microsoft Excel, MSU.
Okay, fine. So in this company, we have created a purchase order, sales order. We have created a purchase order and we are able to post the invoice. We are able to post the invoice. Of course, invoicing is a part of finance. But till now, whatever you have learned, it is not related to finance. 80%, 70, 80% is not related to finance. But if you learn that one, that will be good for your career. Company creation process, learning company creation process is it is very important for every consultant, for any consultant. Okay, even it is not relevant, try to at least you don't know exactly which account you need to map it, but something you need to map it. That's it. If you learn that one, also fine. At least some account you need to map it somewhere else. Then if it will be great opportunity for you to learn this functionality. Now, one more thing I want to tell you in continuation. So for logistics people, particularly for you, logistics or SCM consultants, inventory management, setup, inventory management parameters you need to create. Sorry, not parameters, journal names. So here in this, there are journals. These journals should be mapped. This is your responsibility. Okay. So for that, if you look at this one, there is no journal at all. Okay, so we need to create journal names. So let me create journal names and we need to map here. So where we can create journal names? Inventory management, collapse all, setup, journal names, inventory. So if you go to MSQL, there is no data. Let me create one is movement journal. So for logistics people, it is, I mean to say for you, it is not required. Already voucher series is there. That series you can use it. If it is a finance, they need to create number sequences. So another one is inventory adjustment journal. Next, transfer journal. Next, B1 journal. Counting journal. So this project journal is linked to project management accounting. It is not linked to this one, but this is also one of the important. Let me create. Next, tag counting journal. Next one, fixed assets. Fixed assets is not relevant to you, but I will discuss with finance team at that time. I will create. I'm not creating. Next, ownership change journal. Okay, these journals we need to map it. This is your responsibility in a new company. Next, here it is item arrival journal is not there. Next one is, these are inventory management. These are inventory management setup, journal names, inventory journals. Next one is warehouse management journals. This item arrival journal. Item arrival journal. Next one is production input journal. Production input. Okay, these things we can map it. Okay. Next, ownership change journal. Batch weight journal. Sure, like any journal can be mapped. Batch weight journal is also B1 journal. Okay, catch weight journal, I think you can use any journal. Okay, these journals you need to map it. This is your responsibility. Next one is, we have already learned during the company creation process, default unit, one unit to map. You need to map it. Default unit. Okay, that is you have already learned. So this is fine. Next one is one more. In this inventory accounting, here standard cost, like calculation group, standard cost you need to create. Whether I have explained or not, I don't know. Let me show. That is related to manufacturing process, but let us understand where it is available. This calculation group in inventory accounting calculation group you need to map it. So that is cost management calculation groups. You need to create standard cost method. So the cost price, it should be calculated based on the item cost price only. Cost group. So you need to map this one. You need to map this one. You need to create this standard cost method. Of course, in logistics it is not mandatory, but whereas in manufacturing, it is mandatory. You need to map it. Okay, this should be tagged here in the inventory accounting calculation group. You need to map it. Okay, this is one of the important. We need to map it. Next, let me verify. Next, you need to remember, use quality management. We need to enable. Otherwise, quality module will not work. This is also you need to enable. This is your wish. Whenever you are doing transactions, at that time, suppose I want site and warehouse, these two should be enabled for all these things. Then you can enable this one. Site, for this site, you can enable this one. Means what it means, whenever you are doing transaction, site will be displayed automatically. Everywhere I need site and warehouse also. So these are, if you enable, that will be good for no need to map. Automatically, whenever you are doing transactions, these transactions, site and warehouse will be displayed. By default. By default, it will show you. Okay. Next. Here it is not required. Fine. So here, whatever it is there, inventory dimensions, this will help you the same like in the procurement and sourcing parameters also. Setup, procurement and sourcing parameters. Let me verify. Here, purchase order and the consignment replenishment. For this also, if you map site and warehouse mandatory, what it means for all these things, whenever you are creating a purchase order, the line details, it is not showing site and warehouse. By default, it will not show. Here it will not show site and warehouse. Understood? Site and warehouse, it is not displaying. So if you enable this checkbox, site for purchase order lines, and this one for warehouse also you have enabled. Then I'm refreshing the screen. Now, if you click on this one, warehouse, site and warehouse will be displayed automatically. That's what here. Got it? In the same manner, sales and marketing, it is not there. It is not in sales and marketing because the parameters related to sales and marketing is not here. It is in accounts receivable module. Accounts receivable module. setup, accounts receivable parameters. Okay. Here also you will find dimensions. So here it is not there. Now, if you go to sales and marketing, like accounts receivable sales orders, these are minimum setups you need to define in the new company. It will be helpful to the entire, I mean to say, for the business team. So here it is not showing site and warehouse. Okay, so we have option like from here sales order lines, display dimensions. You can select these two and you can enable this one. This is one option. Otherwise, you can do like here. Then if you close and if you refresh, next time it will show you site and warehouse. So that's what here. Okay, next. So in the new company, one is inventory management, meters. So select inventory journal names. That is one step. And D for inventory dimensions. E is in accounts for like broken and sourcing parameters also. Inventory management parameters. First, let me write down in a proper manner. First one is journal names you need to create. Inventory journals. Where it is available, inventory management. Backup. Inventory management. Setup. Journal names, inventory. Yes, you need to create journal names. Then once it is defined, you need to go to inventory management parameters. Journals tab. Journals tab. Select the above journal names. Here, not only inventory, one more warehouse also. Management. Okay, so journal names should be selected. Next, inventory management. Parameters. Inventory dimensions tab. Understood? These are the boxes. So that whenever you are creating a movement journal, automatically site and warehouse will be displayed. Okay, these are things. These are the things you need to map it. Next one is, this is not required. Next one is, you need to create cost management. Cost management. Cost management. Collapsal. Predetermined cost policies. Okay. Predetermined cost policies setup. Calculation groups. You need to do. Then you need to map this one in the inventory management parameters. I'll do one thing. I will map. Cut this one in the. I'll paste it here. Okay, this one. Once it is calculation groups are created, you need to create calculation groups. Inventory management. Sorry. Cost management. Internet is suddenly slow down. Remove it. These all are you need to do in the new company. This is purely logistics related. So inventory cost management. So set predetermined cost policy setups and calculation groups. You need to define this one. Once it is defined, you need to map in this one inventory management. In inventory management, setup parameters, inventory accounting tab. Inventory accounting tab. Here we need to map calculation group. Calculation group need to define it. Okay, calculation group we need to define. Next one is procurement and sourcing parameters. Procurement and sourcing parameters. Collapse all. Setup. Procurement and sourcing parameters. Here we need to map inventory dimensions. Not only this one, another one is accounts receivable parameters. Okay. Inventory dimensions tab, select site and warehouse, select the checkboxes. Understood till now? The new company, you need to do it. Okay. Not only this one, there is one more. Sales and marketing module. Sales and marketing module. Collapse all. Setup. Setup. Price and discounts where it is available. 1 minute. Here only price and discounts. Here. Setup. Yeah, price and discounts. Activate price and discounts. These checkboxes will be disabled. You need to enable. Otherwise, trade agreements will not work. Initially, you have learned this one. Sales and marketing. Setup. Price and discounts. Price and discounts. Activate price discounts. Activate price uplift discount. If you map it, once it is enabled, then you need to enable checkboxes. If you enable, then only it will work. Otherwise, this will not work. I mean to say, trade agreement journals, whatever you are creating, if you want to work with, if you want to make it effective, these checkboxes should be enabled. Then only it will work. Understood? These checkboxes should be enabled. Fine. I think majority setups related to purely T&L we have mapped. Now, let me proceed with our regular topics. These are the new company creation process, whatever you have learned in finance and P&L session together. In continuation, logistics consultant or SCM consultant need to do all these things. It is purely logistics consultant responsibility. Okay. If it is a production, there are some more setups are there. I mean to say production control, some more setups you need to learn. But now it is not required because production is not in our course content, manufacturing. Okay, that is different scenario. Fine. Now, whether we have discussed about purchase requisition.
No, sir. No, sir.
Purchase, no. Fine. And then RFQ process, request for quotation.
No, sir. Only
These two
sales
are-
quotation we have discussed.
Yeah, fine. So let us understand about purchase requisition. Purchase requisition. Okay, so let me go to the application. Procurement and sourcing module. Procurement and sourcing module. Collapse all. Purchase requisition. Okay, new button is enabled. New button is enabled. So for all any transaction in the entire application, if you want to access any form, any button, any field, the main logic is executing from here, from system administration, collapse all, users, admin, security permissions. In this role, user is mapped with the role. In this role only it will be permitted. Means this will have security configuration. So here there is a system administration role. System administrator role. From this there are duties, privileges and everything. It is MB300 course content, MB300 core finance, sorry, Microsoft Dynamics core functional. That is MB300. In this will be written everything. Everything will be written here. Like these are roles. Roles are having duties. Duties will have permissions like sequence. It is there. Fine. But this new button is not linked to this one. The entire application is configured through this roles and permissions. Okay, here it is. You will have some duties. Duties will have permissions like this. It will be there. Privileges. Privilege has permissions. Okay, these are for anything. For anything, it is like that only. But only for this new button is not linked to this process at all. And where is the logic is executed? So look at this one practically. Let me show you. So I'm going to admin. Okay, now I'm going to maintain versions. I'm deleting this one. Deleting this one. Now, if I refresh the screen, browser, the new button is disabled. The new button is disabled. Not only this company, any company. You go to USMF or any company. If I want to do new purchase requisition, it is not security permissions. It is not linked to security permissions. So what is the prerequisites for new button in the purchase requisition? New button in the purchase requisition. What is the required things? So the first step is, if you join in a company, if you join in a software company, any company. So we learned this one. So you are going to join in a software company. These software companies are called Microsoft partners. These software companies are called Microsoft partners. So in this company, whenever you are joining, your one user will be created. User will be created in their company domain. Earlier it is Active Directory. First, your username should be created. Then your Outlook, everything will be configured. First function is username should be created. Username should be created in that specific company, in that lab, in that company domain. Once it is created, this is for your access. If you want to get into that company, your username should be created. That is the first thing. So system administrator people, they will do this one. Next, if you want to access this Dynamics, AX, then user should be created in the system administrator roles. So user should be created in Microsoft Dynamics. That is AX 2012 or D365, whatever it may be, in Microsoft Dynamics F&O. The second condition. This is every user will get it. Okay. Now third condition, it is employee should be created in human resource module. Because your salary will be processed in that company. Whether it is a contract employee or permanent employee, whoever it may be, employee should be created in the human resource module. Now, user should be linked to an employee. These three steps will be executed in every case, in every employee case. Okay, this is second step actually. So these two will be done by administrators. Okay, users should be created. This is for if you are working in Java, you will not get this one. If you are working in .NET something application, it will not be. If it is some other software you are working, then you will not get this one. You will not get. But if you want to access Dynamics application in that company, whatever it is there, then you need to create, like user should be created. But even though it is there, this user in Dynamics Microsoft Dynamics should be linked with an employee, then only a new button in purchase requisition will be enabled. Okay, just give me 1 second. I'll be back in 1 minute, please. Okay, I'm back. Now, user in Microsoft Dynamics 6, whatever it is there, should be linked with employee, then only new button will be enabled. Okay, now look at this one. So at this point, new button is disabled. Now let me map this user with employee. Here I'm mapping employee. Okay, once it is mapped, you can see here maintain versions, it will show you. Okay, now if you refresh the screen like the complete browser, then new button will be enabled. Okay, so this is one step. Means why I'm speaking directly this specifically, the new button permissions will be in the security permissions normally. I'm to say roles and rest, like roles, duties, permissions, privileges, in that will be given for entire application. But only for purchase requisition new button, these two conditions should be fulfilled. Means user should be, the user in the Dynamics should be linked with an employee. One person. Here it is not an employee, to be frankly, it is a person. One person should be linked with person oblique employee. This is a condition, precondition. Next, fine. Then it is okay. New button is enabled. Good. Let me proceed. For suppose new washing machines. Something I'm creating. Click OK. Click on add line. Here, look at this one. It is we are an USMF company. This user, this requester, Julia, is eligible to do transactions for other company also, but only 3 it is coming: USMF, USRT, INMF. So whether it should give for only USMF or for all, but the user is having permission for all companies. System administrator means I will have all companies. System administrator means I have all permissions. But here it is showing only 3 companies. Why? So let me take duplicate. So go to user, human resource. Employee and contractors together, it is workers. Workers means employee plus contractor. Together it is worker. Let me filter by Julia. So Julia Iliana, it is. Now if you go to employment history, she is an employee for USMF or USRT. So one is user should be an employee for that organization, for that legal entity. User should be an employee, employment. That legal entity. So here employment is available for this employee. Okay, it is employment is available on only 2 companies, USMF and USRT. So she has permission for 2 companies. She is an employee for 2 companies. That is the reason it is coming 2. Okay, but another one also coming. Suppose she is not an employee in USMF and USRT. Now she want to post a transaction in INMF. It was given. So from where it is coming, this INMF? From there, where it is coming? So otherwise, another one. Procurement and sourcing module. Procurement and sourcing module. Collapse all. Setup. Policies. Purchase requisition permissions. In this, you can select requester. So you can select Julia. Julia Iliana has permission given for INMF company. Okay, let me write down this one. Procurement and sourcing module. Procurement and sourcing module. Setup. policies. Is purchase requisition permissions. Purchase requisition permissions here, filter by user and by requester. Select the employee. Select the employee and select legal entity. Add legal entity. Add legal entity. So if you give permission, either one is user should be an employee of that company. Employment should have in that company. Otherwise, in the policies, purchase requisition permissions, in that if you add, automatically it will be given permission. Okay, fine. Next, procurement category, you can select any procurement category, it's not an issue. You can select procurement category. Okay, I think this condition also there. 1 minute. So next one is, if you go to procurement categories, just give me a minute. Actually, here there are so many things. There are so many things. Yeah, but it is showing only computers. The reason behind here, next one is policies. Purchasing policies. In this USMF company, procurement policy USMF company. Okay, so for USMF company, next category policy. Whatever it was mapped here. 1 minute. This one. Give me a minute. Category access policy. Here, whatever was selected. Okay, let me write down this also. Category access policy rule. in this purchasing policies. Purchasing policies here in this category access policy. Access policy rules. In this category access policy rule, whatever you have configured from left side to right side, cleaning computers, look at this one, it is coming, cleaning computers. So corporate procurement catering highlights, highlighters like that it is showing. Whatever it was mapped here, whatever you have brought from left side to right. This is available categories, selected categories. Whatever it was selected categories, those categories will be displayed here. Okay, procurement category catalog. Next, item. Item is not showing here. All items are not displaying. Look at this one. Only few items are displaying. So I will create one item and I will show you. This 4, this 6. So we have another 3-4 minutes only. It may not be finished by today. We'll continue tomorrow. Okay. So in the rules, like category access policy rules, select available categories to selected categories. Okay. Next, I need to create release product. So I will explain you these things tomorrow. It will not be finished by today. In hurry, I don't want to show release a product. So we need to select, we need to create a release product, and I will show you the what are the prerequisites. Once again, once it is available, once it is created, it will not show. It is not showing all the items. Look at this one. It is showing only few items. It is not showing all the items. So where it is, what are the conditions? Tomorrow I will discuss with you because it is a lengthy step, and then I will create a purchase equation and process. Okay, I'll tell you. Before going to end of the session, any questions, any doubts, any clarifications? Anyone tried company creation process?
I have
Anyone?
it, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
So what is the error?
Actually, in sales return, return and scrap, I'm getting an error. That, file cannot be picked because only 0 is available from the inventory. Actually, if I do the same process
That is the reason behind. Suppose the reason behind that one, I will tell you. Suppose you have created one sales order for 5 quantity you have invoiced. Okay. Now sales returns. One return you have created 5 quantity. One return. It is allowed. Later, one more sales return if you create, it will throw error message 5 cannot be picked. Suppose while doing this process return you have selected one. That second time also it will throw error message, but you can select line level. In the line level you can select 1 or 2. Understood?
Yes, sir. But
Because already from this sales order I have already received one invoice, one quantity from the customer. Can I take another 5?
No, sir, we can take up to 4.
That's what it is throwing error message.
No, sir, but this is for the first time it is coming.
I think it was already used. So how can you know like whether it is used or not? Already some sample data is created at that time. It may be used. So now my suggestion is create a new sales order. Create a new sales order. Try for that.
Yes, sir, I
Understood?
have created a new sales order in new company only. After
Then
that, it is giving that error.
okay, we'll see tomorrow that one. Okay, tomorrow
Okay.
morning. So remind me
Okay.
the very first itself. Show me so that
Okay.
we'll discuss that one. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. Anyone else prepared? So see, now it is your turn. You need to practice and you need to come back to me with yours. Okay, fine. We'll continue tomorrow. See you all.